Hello everyone, welcome to the African Motivation. Today we're going to talk about how we as an African can have our own mind and how we can come together and build together as a people. Musa, I want to ask you, what is your thinking about this subject I'm asking you? How do you think we Africans can really come together and help one another to grow?
Well, I think, thank you very much for the question, my brother Gitan. And as we say, our program today, as you say, it's about we Africans, how we can, motivate ourselves and develop.
True.
And then, myself, according to what I think, and my advice is that, we Africans, we have to start and to, develop ourselves. We have to have a confidence on ourselves.
Definitely.
We have to feel proud of ourselves. We have to trust ourselves. We have to love ourselves. So all this, for me, is the basic of how we can, develop our country. Because, one cannot build a nation. But if you be together, together we can build a nation.
That's so true what you're saying, really. But that's what I want to ask you. Why is it so difficult for us to really come together then?
Well, the difficulty is that the reality that is because I can put it in this way. You see, like the African leaders. Still it's like that. Still that thinking. It's depending. Thinking that might be, if I be a leader example, if I depend on other might be nations, example other country might be out of the African continent, maybe can help me. Because that's what I see, every leader when he come sitting and now he start going around Europe I feel like a begging, And I think they believe that maybe when you go around begging, maybe some other country, maybe some European country can help you. They used to talk about this donation, like helping, the nation. That doesn't help.
That's true.
That doesn't help a country for the economy and to build the country, to develop the country with the nation. Like a help that doesn't help. So I think we have to stop that, going around depending on other countries, that they can help us to build our own country. Exactly. We have to build our own country through our confidence that we can do it.
Exactly what you say. I really agree on that, and it says, and it says too like this: when we start to understand that nobody can do for ourselves, for us, and we start to do for ourselves, even other nations will come and will start to involve and start to help us, because they start to find out that we start to love ourselves, and we are coming together and work for ourselves. So it's easy for them to come and do business with us.
That's right.
But if we are too dependent on them, how can they really look at us and say who to help us?
Yeah, exactly. Because the thing is that, you know, when you are being there like depending, like a begging, you understand?
Exactly.
And maybe they give you some charity. You say donate.
True.
For me, donate is like a, you know, you're fooling yourself because you know what will happen. That country give you money. Do you think they will give you for free?
No.
For them, they are investing on you.
Exactly.
That donate the little more they are giving you. If they give you 10,000, they're expecting 1 million.
Yeah.
And they will get it because they have to invest on you.
It's true.
So before you wake up, you look at behind, then they have get their own share.
Yeah, and they never, and they don't even care about the benefits of your people or your country. You know what I'm saying?
No, because I mean, still because you saw in them that you cannot be without them, and you cannot manage without them.
True.
And those people, as I told you, the life is a business. They cannot come and they put their money for free.
True.
How are you expecting that the other country, you go and beg here, help me, and you think that country come and take money from his own country, give it to you, so to build your own country for free. You understand?
It's impossible.
So, but the things I think is still the problem, why they are the leaders doing it, that me, I think because of still, you know, if you talk about corruption, what do I mean that maybe they take that money, when they bring it in the country, you will not know, I will not know where the bad money went.
Yeah, exactly.
Then in that case, maybe they're taking it, they put it in their own, issues. And in that case, we call it corruption, because then when you go, maybe you borrow money outside your country, then to pay that back is the whole population will pay it, not you. Maybe even after, maybe you are not in the power, but now the country itself have that debt to pay it back.
Yeah, it's true. And not only that too, these are things too is going to affect our generation. Because just look at it, you know, like I was saying to you today, when I was talking about wealth, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if we don't have wealth, you know, how can we live? How can we pass something for our generation to keep on living, or to take it, who can take it forward in the future, you know? Because we have to, you know, start to set example for not only for yourself, you know, for our future, you know, our country future, for our generation, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
if we don't do that, it's like we are too selfish then, you know what I mean?
Well, the thing is like, as you said, you are very right. You know, this selfishness, as we talked about before, the greediness, all this is for me is because of the ignorance. What do I mean by ignorance? When you don't understand that, you know, you are doing today for tomorrow.
True.
When you don't understand, you are building today for your children, for your grandchildren, for the young generation which is coming later. That's the future. If you don't, when you don't understand that, or when the leaders don't understand that, that means the ignorance, and then that ignorance still, it will, as you said, it will affect the next generation.
Exactly.
So there's the difference with other country, like the European country. They work today for 100 years forward.
That's so true.
So that's why the next generation, when it comes, they found it that they have been building for them already. So, and themselves, when they come, and they just add it there, and life goes on. But for us, because of the misunderstanding, the ignorance, we think, okay, I have it now, let me eat. So yeah, I don't even think what will happen tomorrow.
And not only that too, like, you know, when we see, like, you know, let's say we have a brother that is starting and having a business, and we therefore have to show that, you know, to help to go and invest and try to support and all that, to, you know, for that business to keep building, because you never know, maybe he will start another business that can help our country or benefit us, but we still go in there and coming with hate, you know what I mean, and wanting to fall, you know. Why is it like that?
And still, you see, the ignorance goes round. Because the things as very well you say, you see, as when one maybe start to wake up and start doing something, you know, to contributes
True.
to do something in his own country.
Exactly.
As you said, then the ignorance come and then you start doing this hatred and jealousy. Then instead to be together with that person, maybe to have more knowledge, also how to build. Instead they will come and they want to then in this case to to break this person's foundation. Then still you are going forward back.
It's so sad for me when I see things like that, because that's why I'm trying to figure out what's the problem. Why is it so difficult for us to really like unite? Because we supposed in this time, how many years slavery has passed now. In this time, we're supposed to really get the understanding, like, we are brothers and sisters, what I'm saying? Let's really come together and try to be, have our own African mind and really try to be focused on that or build on that, That shouldn't be so difficult, but really, like, it seems like it's a really big problem still.
No, as you say, because you mentioned recently about this slavery. I mean, me, I'm getting tired of listening every time we talk about slavery, because I mean, since when this happened and up to now we are talking about, and then what that have been helping us. So, and that will never help us as long we don't understand the meaning of it. And I mean that that happened. Okay, slavery happened. Of course, situation have been putting us backwards. You see. So, but now after that, what have we done since up to now? The leaders who have been sitting after slavery, is independence, whatever, what they have done up to now? How many years since up to now? What they have done? You see. So there's a lot of question there, because still it's like maybe they are doing similar, because you have direct slavery and you have indirect slavery.
True, yeah.
So for me, still, if the one who come take over the leaders again, if they are not trying to motivate the people, put them together, show law, say come we unite, as long we are not doing it, that then still we will be left back behind.
Yeah.
And then the slavery still is the same thing, because when the economic is not good, then you can see it will be, difficult, hard life for any country when the economy is not good.
Yeah, it's true.
And then to make this economy good, is still we have to be together, unite, and then we think about this African. We are African and be proud, and then it's a lot of things to do. We have resources, but we are not organized.
That's the problem too. That problem of not being organized, coming together, sit together in the round table and think how we can build or try to grow or help our nation to build and all the things, Because what I think that's the problem too. We always are not thinking about the next generation.
Yeah. So that's the ignorance. When we are not thinking for the next generation, so that's the ignorance. Because then you are selfish. You just think just for yourself. You just think just right now. And what that one is not good. Knowledge. Yeah. So if you have, if you see very far, then you will do like many other countries doing. This Europe, as I told you, they work today for 100 years forward.
Yeah.
So that's why they don't even need to be greedy or selfish, because they know these things they are doing today, they are doing for the young generation which is coming later. But for us, we it's like if I'm leader, I just see and to eat it as much as I can right now. Then I don't think tomorrow is my children, grandchildren. I don't think it is that way. I just think in myself. But who you are yourself? How about the rest? The rest is your children, your grandchildren. You don't think of that.
Exactly, you see?
So this is a big problem.
Yeah. But most of the one I want to ask you too, do you think like, this is the thing I really wonder. Many times in our African family, do we really go deeper, like talking about how we should start to love ourselves? Because I feel like maybe this basic thing to talk about, whether if they really teach these things, so they can really, when they grow up, they can really understand. Okay, I have love for my people, so anything I do is like I have to support my own. My race comes first. Are we being teach these kind of things in Africa?
Yeah, that one, definitely I can say is a really, really good question. So, because sometimes, sometimes myself I be confused because I just believe that we African always we are good to say we are good and we do good, we have love and but that one is more talk than practically. We know a lot what to do, but now practically you understand?
Yeah.
Then we are not doing it in practically. I guess so. But I cannot say that we don't help the family, show love and so. But I don't know. So maybe we need more, maybe education and we need more like this, like we talking like this to advise each other, to give idea to each other, and still. We need that to understand that we have to proud ourselves, we have to help ourselves. Nobody outside can come and help us if we don't help ourselves.
Exactly.
And as long we are hating each other, argue, fighting, I mean no one care.
True.
That problem still will remain around among us. But as you say, I believe that we have to start always, to show the young generation how they can continue, because the way they meet us, how we brought up them, is that they will be. Unless maybe if they start travel and they start see something else, they start and have more knowledge or change. But otherwise, everything is started from the family. That so still we have to, for me, we have to love each other, we have to unite. So we have to stop like dividing ourselves. You understand?
Yeah.
Because if I help you, you help me. And this help is like you help me, I help you, it's like the same thing. But if I just think by myself, you think your own self, so still we dividing us, then we are not strong. Then but if we unite, we are more strong.
And you remember today, was it yesterday or today, I was saying, like, when we're talking about this Donald Trump,
Yeah.
like, when he was in he was in problem,
Yeah.
and he just called one of his friends to say, hey, please, can you borrow me 5,000 or 5 million, I will pay you back.
Yeah.
That's to tell you, like, there are people really, like, these nations always are there for one another when the other one is falling,
Yeah.
But really, we black people, who do we call when we are in the bottom,
Yeah.
When we want to do something, like, it's like we don't have nobody to call.
Yeah, absolutely. As you say, Donald Trump calls a friend, say, hey, I need some amount of money, and then he just give him.
Yeah.
How many million, it doesn't matter, he just give him. So, it's a lot of question mark there, because it's like first, maybe when you have money, people, they know you have. So if you borrow me, I know that I am not scared. Maybe you refuse to pay. You understand? And when you have money, people might have more respect for you, and they trust you more when you have money. You understand? Because maybe if he had an economical problem, maybe when he called that friend to ask for some millions, maybe that one will start to be doubt first whether how he will pay back.
Exactly.
But now you think of all resources he have, maybe that if he want, he will pay. But now, again, when he come among us, the thing is like that for me is trust.
Exactly.
But that trust, I told you again, why he trust? Because the background, maybe this one can pay this money, can be afford to pay. But maybe that's why he trust. Can be also you trust too, because as I told you, sometimes your best friend is like more than even your family.
That's true.
When you come for trust.
That's true, yeah.
You understand? This trust is very important.
Definitely.
But now, again, to trust is not so easy to trust. Because the problem also, sometimes, the one you trust, is that one can might be put you in a trouble, or double cross you, or kill you, or whatever. You understand? So then this trust thing is not easy either when it comes for money. This is economical problems. So we African like how we can trust each other. But still, I mean, if you be honest of yourself, I be honest of myself. When you trust yourself, then you can be able also to try, that feeling can give you more to trust another person too.
Yeah, and you see, and this is I want to try to say that I want to understand that, because this is a principle of life that we have to really try to build on, because how are we gonna keep on moving in the future, or how can we talk to our generation like, if you're gonna be a better person, these are principles you have to learn. If we don't even start to build that from to ourselves as Africans.
Yeah.
If we don't start to build on that, it's like, how can we even unite? If we don't even, like you said, we cannot even trust. You know what I mean?
It will be very difficult, because as I told you, I have other article you remember I wrote. I wrote about I said like good heart, respect, patience, honest, and then trust, of course. But now, so when everything opposite of this, so that is the evil mind.
Yeah, of course.
But now to be all that, also, it's a hard subject. Good heart, respect, patience, acceptance and all this. It's not easy, subject.
Yeah, but most of that I want to ask you, for example, you were talking about education and things,
Yeah.
How do you really who taught you to be to have this principle of life, how do you really, was it in school, or how do you really build yourself to be the man you really can be right now?
Well, definitely that one is remind me a lot. It's a good question too. It remind me a lot. That is like my own life story, It's a long story. That one we can sit here like the whole day, the whole night until, I don't know. It's a really long story, but I can make it a little bit shorter.
Gotcha.
So I can say, I will just some, interesting points. So instead of making a long story, I can say, I remember when I was between 6 to 7 years old, I was being taken from my parents and then put in a Quran school. You understand?
True.
And I was there with other children, totally who was be in that school. It's over 55 children.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and we was permanently staying there in that, like you said, boarding school. So you don't go back home.
Okay.
Then we have other children also used to go and come. But like this, about 55 of us, we were staying there permanently. And then we are working, we are doing things. 7 years start to, taking care of yourself. You understand? So it's like earlier, you start, for me, of life, so I have seen a lot, I've been through a lot. So, and then the things, then, little by little, we start this, reading. But for me, later on, the more I think I grow, I start, requesting, asking. What? Yeah, because we read in Nami. I remember we just reading, and then I remember most of the time I used to ask our teacher. I said, "What is the meaning of this word?" Because you read and then they don't translate what is the meaning of it. You understand?
True.
So and they used to say, "Just read it. This is just to read it."
Without no explanation.
Without no explanation. And I promise you, I remember always I ask myself, I said, my God, so, we just reading. Every time, and no one telling you what is the meaning of the word. You understand? So then, when I went to up to 11, 12 years, that time I tell you, I believe, like child now, when a child take care of himself, he have to do everything by himself from 6, 7 to 12. That one, I promise you, is like a grown-up person.
Yeah, really,
Really, because they have seen a lot, they do a lot, so it's a different.
And that's why they used to say sometimes it's not, the grown-up people shouldn't always try to underestimate the child, thinking that the child don't know nothing, Really, some of them, even though they're in that kind of age, they know a lot. They see more than we know, you know what I mean?
My brother, me, this one, I be there up to 12 years, and you know what will happen? There's used to say you have to be there until when you are like 9, 10, 12. Sometime then you go for this circumcision. Then after that, then when you be like 20, and then like you graduate, I don't know what you graduate, but I just know that we used to read. I read the whole Quran, and then you have to repeat again, reading, repeating. Then later, according to this, now you graduate. Then still you have to be there until when the Imam will tell you now he release you. Then now he say you are ready. And then normally, or he will keep you there until when you are like 20, 25, then again they're looking for a wife for you, and then you marry. For him, it's like now, by that time now, he will say now, he's ready with you. You are graduate, and they look wife for you, and you are married. Now he say now, you are ready, then you yourself, you go continue, maybe you do the same thing or whatever. But in my way, 12 years, I was fed up with the whole thing. I escaped from there. I was I was somebody else, like I'm 12 years old, but I believe by that time I thinking like 30 years or 35 years in person experience.
I understand what you mean.
You understand?
Yeah.
So, and then what I got to make it everything sort of, me, after that, then I start traveling, different country, and until you see now, come to Europe. But I look at now, I compare the life by that time up to like now, you think about it, and you see that education now, what have been helping you when you go out to the world, you understand?
True.
To be honest, you get a lot of problem, man.
True.
Because you cannot read and read only that one. You have been reading even something which you didn't know even what is the meaning of.
I understand.
You understand? I have nothing against like someone you put children to grammar school, but I believe also you have to put them also in the other normal school too.
Of course.
So that they can read and write. So
the basic,
through that,
yeah.
so when they get out, start life, going out other country or travel, then they can help themselves.
And especially what I think is more important, what you said, like when especially this Quran, school, especially children, I feel like any teacher who is teaching this kind of stuff should be really able to explain and really not just practice telling them to read and you don't understand what they're reading, because especially when you're young, you like to ask questions, you know what I mean?
That's right.
Because I feel like education is it's a children's right to ask questions, and if they want to learn,
That's
because
right.
if I want to learn something, I should have right to ask the questions.
Well, as I told you, that myself, as I told you, that's why I started asking a lot of questions all the time. But always the teacher used to me, yeah, keep quiet, just continue reading. You asked him. But I think I find out later that the teacher himself was not understand. He cannot translate. That's why he could not even help me. But look at
That's
that
the
kind of
problem.
education now. In this case, then you are occupying like 55 children up to 100. One occupying them, and you say is the knowledge which you reading, which you cannot understand what it's about.
Sure.
You understand? So I mean nowadays, if like I talk now, maybe nowadays, of course you have like this grammar school which they translate, like Arabic school, then of course that can help you because at least you can understand the language.
Definitely.
But that time you just reading, you don't understand no shit. To be honest, then you don't know even later on write or read it. So now if someone might be write a letter for you in English or French, so you have to go and give to somebody to read it for you. Or if you want to write a letter to somebody, you have to go and give somebody, ask somebody to help you to write. Then even the things which you have been, struggling for that school, the Quran school, still you cannot write it in Arabic, say. So when you go to the Arab, you cannot talk it in Arabic, and the whole about that it should be translated. Then at least, then that things you have been struggling all of your life, then you have something out of it.
Definitely.
But for me, in this case, I see it, to be honest, like I feel like, you are manipulating the children in this case, because you are limiting their life, and later on they go out,
education.
they don't see any benefit of all that.
That's true.
Because then it's like, even it's a religion, I have nothing against, but just to know that this one, the child, you can go to learn about the religion, and that's another thing. That is like brought up, to tell you have to be good, you should not lie, you should be honest, this kind of things.
Exactly. It's
But you're not occupying that child all rest of his life.
Definitely.
And how many these kind of things we have it in Africa? Sometimes I get mad of this because you are manipulating the children to be honest. We have to stop that. You have to. This world, not today, but especially today. You understand? This is open. People have to open their mind. They have to get knowledge, and so when I compare with all this, it's very important. Like you ask this, we have to talk about this because we have to take away that kind of have nothing that you can go read about religion and so, but you cannot occupy the person through to say it's a religion all his life, and then without this one he cannot go also to the normal school.
That's true. I mean, like
because all this can make us Africa affected to push us backward too.
It's true. It's just like when we were talking about this, the Quran and the Bible, like people feel like it's a two sides, while it's just one way to God. You know what I mean?
Thank you very much that you mentioned, because the things as we discussed, as I used to say, this Quran and Bible, this I believe always those people who try always to confuse the world, to confuse people, to manipulate.
Definitely.
They are the ones doing it. I have never seen the Quran and the Bible fight. You put them together, they don't even fight.
I like the way you describe it. But it's true what you're saying, really.
You understand? I have Quran here, I have Bible. I have nothing against. I don't even have anything against the prophet, because I have never heard either among those prophets have been fighting. Exactly. Where you can find it, where you can read it that they have been fighting. Did Muhammad and Jesus fight? No. I never heard it. Did Musa and Muhammad or Ali fight? No. So I'm trying to say all the prophets, I never heard that they fight. Then at the same time,